Good morning, all. How are you guys doing today? Whee! Welcome to Coffee with the Coaches, episode 6, How to Calculate Your TDEE. Yet again, if you guys don't know, I'm the coach, and welcome to starting out on this lovely Saturday morning with me. If you guys already follow the socials on Discord or Instagram, you guys already know we have Informed Fitness owner Nick Leacock coming on today to talk about nutrition. We're also, thank you for the biddies, OG. We are going to end up going over TDEE, but we're going to go over the more mindful set of TDEE. A lot of people think it's always just about how much to eat, when to eat. We're going to be more mindful about it and teach you guys more parameters about it and what type of healthy foods to do. All right, guys, we're not here to tell you exactly what to eat. We're not doctors. We're just here to make sure you guys are actually being more mindful of following what your body feels. All right, guys. So if you guys give me a nice warm welcome, we're going to have Nicholas Leacock on in 3. Where is my button? 2. And here's the big guy himself. How do I share my screen? What's up, big boy? Can I share it? Oh, wait. No. Give me 2 seconds. Actually, no, I can't do that. And you are live. Here we go, guys. Welcome, Nick. How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. It's Saturday morning. I already got some cardio in. Round 2 of coffee. Getting ready for deady lifts today. How was your lift?
I actually didn't lift this morning. I slept.
You slept? Do you want to lift today? Nah, I'm gonna sleep in. Oh, it's all good, buddy.
Lifting, but then I ended up just sleeping till like 8, which is the first time I slept in this long in months.
Hey,
so
if your body needs it, your body needs it.
all right.
Alrighty. Woo, what's up, Eagle? Alrighty. So, tell me a little bit about yourself, Nick. What do you do? How long you've done it?
Ooh, man. So I'm a personal trainer. I've been training for the last 4 or 5 years. Mostly it's been online. And when I moved to London, I started out at a place called Elite Personal Training Studios. I was there for about a year. And then I switched over to a gym called Showtime here in London. So it's more of a private-based studio. And it's just one-on-one training. There is a private side for members as well, but it's typically just for personal trainers one-on-one. So my specialty is more or less bodybuilding and nutrition. So contest prep is my go-to for sure. However, I do have lifestyle clients as well. So people who just want to make changes to their everyday life. And that's pretty much me, man.
Ooh, I love it. So besides that, how many shows have you competed in? I know you've competed in a ton.
You know what? It's actually not that many. I've only competed in 3 shows.
Actually?
3 shows, yeah.
Damn, why do you always look so diced?
Genetic and diet.
That's all we're looking for. But what we talked about earlier, already we were talking about more the intuition. We were off stream actually talking about this before this started. So how do you get the intuition, or how do you figure out what type of foods or how much people have to eat?
Well, basically it comes down to where you're starting. So if you're an average guy, average girl, and you consider yourself, or you just are a little bit overweight, then the best thing you can do is just clean up your diet. Go for healthy foods. Cut out shit like pop. Cut out things like sugar. Those are the quickest things you can do to make the fastest kind of progress for yourself. Now, all weight loss isn't exactly linear, so you're not going to lose, 20 pounds and then another 20 pounds in, the same exact amount of time you lost the first 20 pounds, because your body gets accustomed to the food that you're eating, the calories that you're consuming, and the energy that you're expending. So what you want to do is just keep track of as much as you can. You don't necessarily have to count calories, especially if you don't really know how to do it. A good tip, actually, you mentioned this as well, was that if you want to know what your calories should be, you should just add a 0 to your current weight. And that's probably one of the very easiest ways to go for calorie counting. But if you're not into calorie counting, then just opt for clean whole foods. Shoot for as many meals as you can throughout the day. They don't have to be big meals. So don't overconsume. And make sure that you're eating clean foods. So I'm going to say whole healthy foods. So add your vegetables, get some nuts, like some healthy fats. Make sure your protein is relatively high, higher than normal, I guess. And that's pretty much it.
So how would you stop someone or coach them through overeating?
Through overeating, I would just say lower your quantities per meal. So it really depends on what that individual's habits are, considering everybody's different. So some people might always get cravings for KFC. Some people might get cravings. Some people might get cravings for, you know, people get cravings for steaks. You know, so like it just depends on what that person enjoys the most, and just try not to consume that as often as you might typically eat it. Just because, hopefully, you're trying to make the most amount of progress possible, and to do that, you just have to be mindful of the amount of food you're consuming. So just try to cut it down a little bit. And if you really, really, really can't do that, then the next best thing, really increase your energy expenditure. So just go do way more cardio or do way more weightlifting than you typically would.
Perfect. What would you say if a client's eating good or a new athlete's eating well? What type of fast food would you recommend if they're in a pinch on the road? This is what I want to know. KFC. Well, I'm kidding.
It depends what you have. Now, fast food is fast food, but it depends on where you live. It depends what you're surrounded by. But I would normally opt for something with low carbs, low fat, and high protein. And then not everybody's going to know what that is, unfortunately. For me, if I'm going for a fast food, not necessarily in a pinch, but if I'm going for like a refeed meal, it tends to be a burger from Five Guys. Now, if you're in a pinch,
Five Guys.
Don't go for the Five.
I know. I was excited.
I guess it just depends what's around you, but just try to opt for something that at least seems the cleanest and has, let's just call it, let's say, avoid heavy sauces for the most part.
But Tim Hortons has honey mustard.
Okay, honey mustard isn't really all that, especially like calories.
Yeah, but I want it like drizzled on. Like I want it actually like a layer of bread and just. I'm just kidding. Oh, good morning, Mike. Thanks for jumping on. Okay, so we all want to know. This is just a secondary question off the stream. What is your favorite game? Since we're on Twitch, a gaming platform.
My favorite game actually is a game called RuneScape. So I played RuneScape, I think, since I was 11 years old, and on off ever since. So that's definitely my favorite game. Now my kind fiance, just bought me a new PlayStation 5. So recently started
to play again.
So I mean, definitely RuneScape because I've been in it for a very long time. But I think second place would be Call of Duty.
Perfect. Buddy, we got to play more Call of Duty.
I know.
Alrighty. The other questions I'm going to go over, we'll go back to TDE in a bit, but we're just going to go over some questions to make it a little bit smoother, a little bit easier. What made you decide to choose bodybuilding and competing? Just for all the new people out there that are watching the show or people that are interested, what made you actually decide to actually want to compete in bodybuilding or be swole as fuck?
It was actually a variety of different reasons. Now, I think the first thing was my fiance at the time. She actually wanted to compete before me, and it kind of got me into it. And I ended up getting the competition bug as well. I signed up with a coach for my first show back in, I think, 2017. And I feel like the biggest reason why I agreed to do it or even had an interest in it was because for the longest time I had worked on my physique so much so in a bodybuilding / aesthetic perspective that I felt I would do good on stage. And I didn't even end up winning my first show. I actually came in second place, and I was a really poor loser.
Buddy, you got second.
I got
first second, show still plays second. Why would you be a sore loser? I'm kidding.
Second that wasn't even a good place.
Do I want to ask how many people were in that flight?
Cut out.
I said, should I ask how many people were competing against you?
Dude, 3.
Oh, okay. You still got second. Who cares? It's still better than third.
That's true. I think that's what got me into it. I ended up switching to classic physique because I ended up talking to a couple of the judges who told me that if I improved on certain aspects of my physique, that I could do better in classic. And I took that to heart because it's a higher division than what I was competing in. And I took it way more as a compliment and decided to, here, let's up the ante. I have to grow as much as I can. And still to this day, I'm apparently not big enough to compete. I have to keep growing.
Son of a bitch. Kidding. What's the hardest part of training, or what would you tell people that are just getting into a gym? What is the hardest part that you've had to overcome so far?
In terms of like training myself,
Training yourself.
finding the right level of composure while you're lifting. And by that, I just mean you want to be able to learn how to control the weights more so than you want to lift weight. It's not about lifting heavy amounts. It's about lifting properly and making that mind to muscle connection. You're going to see a lot more growth out of, really, really slowing down your movements and, let's call it going a really long negative versus being really explosive all the time, up and down for all of your motions. You're going to see a lot more growth because muscle growth comes from the negative. It comes from like the tearing, and the growth comes from any kind of negative motion. So you're not growing when you're pushing. Let's say an example is a bench press. You're not growing when you're pushing here. You're actually growing and tearing the most amount of muscle when you're on your way down. So the idea is to optimize on that. And I felt that personally for the longest time, my trouble was really learning how to control the weight. And if I had any tip for anybody who's new, I would definitely say, don't worry about the amount of weight that you're putting on, because to be honest, nobody fucking cares, man. Nobody gives a shit, and you're only going to improve. You're wasting your time. Well, not necessarily wasting your time, but you're going to have to spend more time doing it than you would if you learn how to control the weight. So that's my number one tip for sure.
Perfect. And here's the best thing. I'd always like to ask people, what's your favorite muscle to lift?
Ooh. I definitely have to say shoulders. I like shoulders the most.
Yes, I called it. That was awesome right before we even started. Who is there? We go. The other questions, we got a couple more questions before we go back to TDEE. What does your split look like as a competitor? Because everyone knows there's different types of programs. You already talked about time under tension, that neuromuscular connection. Also, guys, if you guys don't already, in the Discord, there is the program I am following. It is completely free. It is all about time under tension, what Nick was just talking about. If you guys want a program to challenge and try, it's in the Discord, completely free. Hopefully you guys want it. Sorry, right back to you, Nick.
Sorry.
What's your split? Sorry.
I'm not going to lie to you, and this is not good to say.
I know.
But I don't actually have a split.
What the shit?
For the longest time, ever since I started working out, and I've been told by several different people, individuals that I respect and admire, that I should have some kind of plan. Now, I've succeeded well enough on my own without plans, and I feel as though I do it based on intuition. So over the years, I've learned to really feel what's sore, what needs work, what I can work more. So I actually don't have a plan, and I haven't had one since I started, really. So it's just based on me going in, feeling what I feel I haven't worked yet, or feeling what is sore, so that I don't overtrain that particular muscle.
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely know this because I trained with you before.
Yeah. But I feel like a good split for the majority of people, especially when you're just starting, is straight up either full body or upper lower split. So you go upper body days and lower body days. That's just the easiest thing for new people to do, and it's very, very effective.
And yes, it is. But walk through one of your workouts that you would do on the fly then. Give somebody a little insight to the mind of Nicholas.
Pick a muscle group for me.
Shit, what one do I know? I'm going to say back, because I've seen your back workouts. I like those.
Okay. Actually, I always thought that my back was one of my lacking parts.
Fuck.
So typically, I'll start off with a straight arm lat pull down. And then I move into a seated lat pull down.
Okay.
And then, let's see. So, and all these sets are, I also don't count reps to a specific number. So a lot of people will be like, okay, well, you have 4 sets of 12 reps, and that's your set. And I don't necessarily count exactly what I'm supposed to count. So like, I don't do 12 reps. I'll do either 8 or 9 or 17. You know, it depends on the set and how I'm feeling during that set. Typically, I'm aiming for a lower number so that I know that I'm working better. Now, the weight also doesn't have to be very, very heavy. I've said that before. It's not about lifting heavy. It's about feeling the contraction. So those 2 exercises. Then I'll go into I might do a deadlift. I'm not really a big fan of deadlifts, not because they aren't effective, simply because I don't personally enjoy them. Then I'll go into a bent over row or a T-bar row or a landmine row, and then some one-arm rows. And that's pretty much it. And then my workouts are relatively short, and I've been told that I don't work out enough. I feel as though I'm pretty effective during my workouts. And again, it's not necessarily about spending 3 hours in the gym. It's about getting the best bang for your buck while you're there. And also, you have to keep in mind the current time restrictions at the gym. So I'm pretty sure they're an hour or an hour and a half at most. I'm not really sure.
They're gone. Yes.
They're gone?
They're gone. We have an hour. Still an hour and a half. But like, as you were just saying, you're in 45 minutes. If anyone knows who Charles Paulo Quinn is, RIP, guy's a fucking legend. He talked about high hypertrophy. You only need 45 minutes. As long as there's time under tension, you can do fucking 4 movement patterns and you'll still see the best results. The one time not the one time, many times I've trained with Nick, we've done like 5 exercises, literally just heavy weights. Moderate weights, 65, 75%, but that's still moderately heavy for us. But it was all about tension. He's like, no, longer. And you're like, fuck off. But guys, as a new lifter, the reason we're starting on Twitch is because based on COVID, a lot of us have been stuck at home. We've all been shit lucky or unshit lucky to not have gyms. Some people were luckier than others. But yeah, the reason we're doing this is to help all gamers, help everyone all across every platform, because we want educated intuition coaches. I'm sorry, I love you influencers. You're doing a very good job getting more people into the field, but I want people that are educated to actually push the people through it. I don't want to see a booty blasting workout and seeing some fucking guy or a girl doing a hip thrust to 3 plates and her back's rounded to fuck. Sorry. Tangent! All right, let's go back to it. Good morning, Kitten. Good morning, Dylan. Good morning, Cheesy. Holy, welcome, everybody. Hopefully you guys are all having a great time. If anybody has questions for Nick, let us know. Shoot it out in the chat. I'm just going off questions I wanted to ask. I've known Nick for probably fucking almost 4 years now. Almost 5. I've known you when my daughter was born. Holy shit. Life is flying by, world. But if anyone has any nutrition questions, any training questions, we're both here if you guys have. Also, if anybody, he doesn't even lift. No, he doesn't lift. Look at those fucking arms. It's just all about eating cookies. Remember Dylan? Little Melatavani's buddy? Well, no. Yeah, I love Dylan. Great dude.
What up?
There he is. What's the best compound exercise? Kid, that's a fucking loaded question. What is the best compound exercises to do? What is the compound lifts? There's a wide variety. You got squats, you got deads, you got bench. I'm going to say shoulder press because I'm still one of those meatheads that love fucking shoulder press.
Ending shoulder press.
The back arch. But Kit, what do you mean about what kind of compound exercises? Like, what muscular system are you trying to work on? Are you doing muscular? Are you doing... What do you recommend? Well, if you want to build a booty, we got deadlifts, hip thrusts, and squats. If you want to build an upper body, what would you recommend? Nicholas?
Upper body, bench press, 100%.
What else?
Bench press, shoulder press.
You guys are both handsome. Love you guys. The only difference is he has hair and I don't. Fuck. Alrighty. So any other questions you guys have for Nick? Or should I start rambling off the list I already wrote down? What else do we got here? Something for legs and lower back. Cheesy, if your lower back, do you have pain while doing anything with legs or no? That's a loaded question. One thing about a coach is if there is pain with shitty movement, we can try to help. No, just back pain. If you have back pain, I'd still recommend going to see a physician. They're probably just going to give you pain medication or they're going to give you time off. The other thing I'd recommend is do adductors, glutes, and core because those are going to be stabilizing, helping your erectors keep you in that upright position. So, can you do a bench press with no spotter? I have no one to go to the gym with.
Yes.
Yes, you can. I'll let you answer this one.
Yeah, because like you don't necessarily need to be doing heavy weights. So to put yourself in a position where you might fail completely with the weight falling on yourself is just kind of stupid. So you should definitely bench press. But I bench press on myself 99% of the time. Just don't put on way too much weight. Again, this is all about time under tension. So what you should be doing is finding a weight, like the least amount of weight that you could use, but challenging yourself as much as you possibly can. And that means if you have to do a 12-second negative, do a 12-second negative. So you push up 2 seconds up, you're going down for 12. And also make sure you have safeties if you're by yourself.
Please don't try this at home. I'm just kidding. Always make sure you guys know what you're doing. Good. You don't want to end up stressing out your body. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys are more than welcome to send us an email on or off stream. I got to keep that one on. Good. So what other questions do we have, Kit? Give me a couple seconds, Nick.
Yeah. What time
Jesus.
is it?
You still got about 15 before you got to head out.
I got time.
Good. Here we go. Are dips and chin-ups a compound exercise? I'm going to say dips, possibly. Chin-ups, yes. Because dips I use them as an accessory, but they can still also... What's up, big boy? What's up, Snag Daddy? Dips, yes and no. And same thing with chin-ups. Are you doing a full body chin-up or using assisted chin-up? Sorry, I'm thinking of assisteds in my head. Sorry. Yes, dips and fucking chin-ups are compound lifts. And they will help you grow. Sorry, I'm thinking of assisted because it's right more in the PT area where I'm at. The negative is that Nick mentioned is there is a term for that. Term for what?
Eccentric and concentric.
Oh, thank you. So eccentric is the elongation of that muscle fiber. A concentric is getting you back in that shortened position, that squeezing position, while I squeeze my breast. I assisted for both. Yes, it is a compound exercise. It will be a little bit easier using the assisted. I always recommend doing pull downs till you feel comfortable around almost your body weight. But it all depends if you have range of motion. The assisted pull-up machine and the assisted dip machine are great. So yes, cheesy, it's eccentric, concentric, and isometric are the terms you need to remember for any program. So cheesy, if you are in my Discord, just click Discord, go to the program coach is following, and it actually walks through. There's 4 numbers. One is your eccentric, isometric, concentric, isometric. Okay. So what would you like to tell the people and folks, Nick? We're way over, almost halfway right now, and it's actually going very well. Yay, Coffee with the Coaches, week 6! Way too fucking hyped up right now.
Fuck, I should have had a little tired.
Go drink it! Favorite day we went over. We know RuneScape's your favorite. So one thing that every course or every place I go, they always ask the same question. What would you tell yourself if you can go back in time? How do I get bigger? How do I get stronger? What would you tell little... You're 16-year-old Nick.
No, 18-year-old.
18-year-old. Oh my God, we're getting old. Old as fuck. Just kidding. Yeah.
On that point, I don't think I was very much into fitness, into bodybuilding. I didn't really get into it until I was about 19. But the point still, I understand it. I would have said, if my interests had been the same from then until now, I definitely just would have told myself to fucking eat more food. And that's only for me because like my goal is, and I started very, very, very small, and my goal was to become much, much bigger. So for myself, definitely would have been to make sure you eat food 100%.
Okay. Okay, Kitten, what is the most beneficial straight leg press or decline? What is the difference? What's a decline leg press? Are you mean like an inverted, like an angled leg press?
Yeah, the decline leg press is the only one that we have at Showtime.
Oh, that's the vertical one though. Because you guys,
there's vertical is up and down.
You guys have one of those too, though, don't you?
Yeah, we have both. So we have
Okay,
the vertical
okay.
line, which is on the angle. So you guys have two of them at Good Life.
Yeah, we have three different ones. We have plate loaded, the normal ones. We have the seated up one. So we have a decline, we have a regular, and we also have pin loaded, which is not really beneficial because it's closing off your acetabulum. But what is the difference? It all depends where your foot positioning is, Kit. I always like the regular traditional leg press, the one that you're laying back on. It's a little bit easier and you're not using as much load on your back. Yeah. Thank you. Wow, damn. Dylan, I'm just going to get you to answer the questions in the chat before we do. Much love. But yeah, it all depends where your foot positioning is. If you're nice and close, you'll hit more quads. The wider out you go, you get a little bit more booty, a little bit more adductors. There's one where you push straight forward. Yeah, see, the one you push straight forward, I'm iffy on. That agitates my hips way too much, but that could just be because during the COVID, I got a nice big old belly on me, so I'm a little bit restricted on how far my hips want to go. What's up, Plague? But my foot placement is wide. Yeah, so that'll hit more adductors, more glutes, more hamstrings. It all depends also if they're wide. Are they higher? Are they lower? It all depends where you where you foot your positions. Where your foot positions go. The other thing, what is the best exercise for your back? What would you...
What area? I mean, I think...
Did you just say deadlifts? Did you fucking just say deadlifts? Yes! I'm sorry, I gotta bust your balls. I know you hate deadlifts. You can still do them, but I know you just don't like them.
They're definitely the best for all-around back improvement.
Yes, I got deadlifts after this. What would you recommend for a female who does a shit ton of booty band exercises?
What do you mean? Like, what do you...
You know those... this is just I'm going to give a back slap to everyone that's doing this. So when you see people using the fucking knee bands for doing booty work the entire workout, beneficial or not?
Beneficial, yes, but there are more beneficial options. And I definitely add some weight to whatever you're doing for your butt. If you're trying to grow your booty, you want to use a little bit more weight. If you want to, let's go, quote unquote, sculpt your booty, then using things like bands are a little bit better for that. But even then, I still would opt for using heavier weights. So things like hip thrusts, squats. Change your stance, by the way, for your squats so you can hit all your areas of your glutes. And abductors, adductors, stuff like that.
Perfect. There was some research done on the bands and around thighs and arms. So, Cheesy, what was the research? No, because I was going to say a lot of people think that the bands will help grow your booty. Yes and no. What you want to try to isolate is actually the compound lifts. Deadlifts, squats. I was going to say, Cheesy, they're okay beneficial, but realistically, there's so many better ways to do it. If you need a band, it's like a Band-Aid. You're teaching your body how to use something that you can't structurally do without a force pushing you back to the original position. Always try to do things without bands, and then when you can start doing the weights easier, then you can start adding bands. Because that's how you do it. If you just jump in there and do like a 20-minute booty band workout, sure, your butt will burn, but you're probably using a lot more of that hip and that core, or adductor,
Yeah, plus you really want to build, I mean, I would assume you want to build your butt.
But don't. Sorry. That's all that's going in my head. Bum, bum, bum. There she goes. I'm just kidding. Alrighty, so we went over your split, what you've done, how many... that's a weird phrase. How many competitors do you have at all times?
Oh, that depends on I don't know. Right now, I think I have five competitors.
Bam. The reason... Pardon?
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, the reason I ask is because a lot of people, when they come into a gym, when they end up coming, even if there's coaches in here, we don't expect to get high-level athletes. Like Nick was just saying, he has 5 competitors. Out of the many clients I know he has, 5 is good. 5 is a lot better than most. Because I was going to say, I think when I train powerlifters as well, and like people trying to lose weight, their weight loss goals, I think I have a total of powerlifting 2 to 3 people at a time, not even. Most of the people all have different goals. That's why, as a coach, it's mindful to have a toolbox with multiple things in it. What other questions do I want to ask? I got a little bit to pick your brain. I'm going to be lurking, listening to the background when I get ready to the gym. Here we go. I was thinking about the leg suppression bands. What is a leg suppression band? Do I have to Google this? I'm just kidding. Yes, do it. Leg suppression band. Here they go. Bands. What the it's like a RBF, restriction blood flow. It's pretty much like restricting the blood flow towards the legs.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've done that once for biceps, triceps, and my fucking arms hurt for like a month after. I don't know if I like restricted it too tight. I'm like, I don't want to extend my arms. Morning Nighthawk. But yeah, normally, guys, you don't need to add any additives, any tools until you can do the basic movements. If you guys go back to episode 1 with me and Tony, we actually walked you through a squat, a lunge, a push, a pull, a plank, and a twist. These are all your primal movements. And gait, if anyone knows Paul Check, much love. But we're all trying to teach you guys the fundamentals of training. This is more to calculate your TDEE. Be more mindful of what you're eating. If you guys can't end up eating enough, just go to my TDEEcalculator.net, type in what you want, or like I told Nick earlier, what I do with my clients is if you're 150 pounds, add a 0. That's 1,500 calories just to eat, to run through the day at a basic movement. If you're going to a gym, add 100 extra calories, up to 500 calories, till you see a different change. If you want to lose weight, stay at your maintenance or stay with the 0 on the end. It all depends on how active you are as well. What's up, Tay? Oh, so come on, guys. Throw the questions. We got Nicholas for another probably 13 minutes before he has to go to work. And then I go back to do some deadlifts. Actually, here's a good one for you. What are some foods you'd recommend all new people eat? Anyone coming to the gym or anyone that's trying to pack on some muscle. What are some easy foods that are not hard for people to find at the grocery store?
Oh, man.
I know, that's a loaded question. I'm like, fuck, I just went like 3 different tangents. What's up, kitty?
That's the thing. There's so many foods out there that you can eat that are good for you. A lot of it comes down to preference. But, I mean, I personally think that tuna is very easy and very... It's cheap. Things like chicken breast, depending where you shop, it's obviously more expensive or less expensive. You want to go for the highest quality, but if you don't have the money for it, then that's fine. You can definitely go to Walmart, buy 2 packs of chicken for, I don't know if it's $20 or whatever it is. Things like I'm going to label it as a very general thing. It's going to be whole foods, healthy whole foods. That's things that comes from the ground or, livestock. So things like sweet potatoes, rice, like buy a giant bag of rice for like $14 and it'll last you over a month on where you sit with your physical abilities or with your whatever, like your weight.
This is not a question. This is for Nighthawk. I think he's bromancing on you. I just got to say respect to the Nick grind. You're huge and balanced, and you're not a lot of people can say that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nighthawk. The other thing too, guys, is if you're going to a grocery store, like Nick said, all whole foods. Here's the one thing I learned from what's his name? Darcy, Tony, like long ass time ago. If you go to the grocery store, the easiest way to pick out foods is on the outside aisles. Never go on the inside because you're going to be like, oh, fuck, Mr. Noodle. Oh, fuck, Krispy Kremes. And you're like, no, I don't want Krispy Kremes. But deep down, they're delicious. The other thing is if you do need sauces, what type of sauces would you recommend people coming in or people that are trying to lose weight right now? What are some easygoing sauces? We already talked about honey mustard being not that bad. Mustard, yes. But what are some things you give to people that are prepping, or what would you recommend to people that actually want to lose weight and having a simple flavor on their food?
Okay, so it depends on the food you're eating, but typically I would just shoot for straight up hot sauce. It's literally just sodium. There's no calories to it, or if there is, it's very, very, very minimal. Another thing would be mustard. I actually opt for the no sugar added ketchup. And depends on the individual whether your metabolism is good or not. I wouldn't recommend it to somebody who is extremely overweight. However, it's not necessarily bad as long as you portion it appropriately. You don't want to overdo it, but that goes with everything. there are sauces that are technically 0-calorie sauces, and I don't really believe everything.
Walden Farms. Kit wants to know, what about barbecue sauces? What is there a barbecue sauce you can end up using that is good for losing weight?
There's not really a sauce that's good for losing weight, but that are lower in calories than most. And actually, we just said it. Walden Farms has a 0-calorie barbecue sauce, and just keep in mind 0 calories. So for one, it's probably not going to taste the best.
I was about to ask if you tried it. How does it taste?
It's actually not bad. It's
okay.
Really not. But again, nothing has 0 calories. Doesn't matter what the label says. Nothing has absolute 0 calories. But even then, you have to watch out for, excuse me, the things that say 0 calories, because chances are there's something in there that would make you retain a little bit of water. So although you are cleaning up your diet, you're not having heavy sauces that have, 90 calories per tablespoon, you're still going to have trouble losing a lot of the water weight that you currently have, because these sauces can actually increase water retention. So you just got to watch out for that too.
So pretty much barbecue sauces are fine. You just got to thank you for the resub, Nico. Barbecue sauces are fine. Just make sure that you're looking at how the calories are, what the sugar is, because I think Dylan just posted too much sugar is like molasses. And he's right. When you pour a barbecue sauce, it comes out really damn slow. Try to avoid that. Walden Farms is a great thing to use. Like Nick doesn't recommend. I don't use it as well. It is good while prepping, just to get that sweet sauce if you want maple syrup. Other thing, Flavor God. I use mango habanero on all my chicken. It's fucking unreal, and there's not too many additives in that as well.
Yes. Yeah. For dry seasonings, I would recommend Mrs. Dash. That's really good too.
Mrs. Dash?
Dash is sodium free.
Ooh. But we still need salt, Nicholas.
Don't need tables.
Yeah, true. Alrighty. Well, I know you got to head out because you got to go to work in, 15 minutes?
Yeah, I got to take the drive.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I'd like you guys to thank Nick. Give me a big old... Is fruit a good carb? Oh, my God. Yes. I'm going to let Nick talk about this. I'm not going to...
It's not a bad carb. It's not... Is it ideal? Not necessarily. I would definitely choose something different, but if you're having something and you want to make it taste better, add a little bit of fruit. That's fine. So if you're having oats in the morning, you want to put some blueberries in there. Nothing wrong with that at all. But, opt for opt for not fruit, put it that way.
And if you do use fruit, blackberries are good. Any type of berries have good antioxidants. They're also, you can have a little bit more. Plus, if you're using calculations or you're counting calories, we don't care. All we're trying to do is just make sure you're eating whole foods. So yes, fruit is good. Just try not to eat, like Nick said, a shit ton of it. Pre-workout, post-workout, if you have bland foods like oatmeal, it's a great way to add it in. Don't just sit there eating a fucking watermelon out of a goddamn spoon. I've seen it. It's awesome. Kitten, I am pregnant and I am fat. All fat I gain, I will lose, and I wanted to be smart-ass. Why would you bring that up? I know you're pregnant. You got 3 months left. Do you know if it's a boy or girl? I think we already talked about this. Come on, baby boy. I'm kidding. But yeah, guys, thank Nick. We'll probably have him on the show again. Unfortunately, he does have to go. He does have a client in the next little while. So if anybody has any questions, make sure you drop them in the Discord. Actually, wait, is Dylan here? No, I can do it. Links on the Discord. Feel free to jump in if you have questions. There's CWC questions, the program I'm following, and also progress pictures of what you're doing with the program. So, Nick, you want to give your little outro, say goodbye, say whatever you want?
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. And I look forward to coming back next time. Also, I hope you guys found the information helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to message Adam, or you can also message myself. I'm not sure if you have my Instagram or anything like that, but it's just Nick Leacock. Adam, I don't know if you want to post it or something.
I will post it. Also, guys, if you guys have any questions for Nick, I will give you guys his Instagram, or if you guys want, if you're in my Discord, Nick's Clunker. I think it's Clunker. He is in my Discord as well, I think. I'll send you an invite after. So if you guys have any questions as well, feel free to shout him out and give him a nice little hello and welcome to Coach's team. Alrighty, guys. So there we go. All right, guys, we're going to end the call. Say bye.
Bye, guys.
And the big show. Whew. So, how was that, guys? Hopefully you guys liked episode 6. So, you probably were expecting to have a calculation of TDEE, but unfortunately, knowing your TDEE is just knowing how your body works. A lot of people just give you a meal plan, tell you to eat this, this, this. We're trying to make you more mindful of what you're eating. It's the big show. No, Dylan, I have a button called the big show, and it just shows my big head. What a fucking... So Nico, TDEE is your total daily energy expenditure. How much food you need to eat just to function properly before your body starts taking from other places. No problem, kid. Nick was very happy to come on. I know he's a good buddy of mine. I'm actually texting him to come over for a barbecue later this afternoon. And he'll be texting me, so many questions. Alrighty, guys. So, we went over TDEE. We went over exactly how long Nick's been training, what he's been training towards, why he got into it. Favorite game, RuneScape? Yeah. I'm just kidding. No, I play RuneScape a crap ton too. Heard it referred to differently. Daily caloric intake required. Yes. So, a lot of people, Nico, they don't actually eat enough food through the day, so they feel sluggish, they feel tired. The other thing I tell people if you're a new lifter is if you feel stiff, achy for more than 2 days after your lift, DOMs only last about 2 days, delayed onset muscle soreness. So if you're sore after 2 or 3 days, you may not be having enough protein, not enough carbs or fats in your diets to function properly. This is one thing we try to teach people coming into Coffee with the Coaches. The major reason we started this, guys, to help all gamers stay healthy and fit and to curve the COVID wave because we want to teach people the smart, logical way on how to train properly. We do have a special guest next Tuesday, I believe, or this Tuesday coming up. So Coffee with the Coaches will be taking over my video game stream this Tuesday. Give me 1 second. All I heard about that in the Navy intake to yes, so Nico, it's all about how much food we have to intake. Okay, so any other questions, guys? We did already do the 45 minutes, so this is just the 15 minutes of questions. Normally, we'd have the person on with us as well, so you can ask either one of us what questions you'd like. Shoot. If there's no questions, guys, we will be raiding out. Where's Dub? Tony is actually not feeling well this morning. He told me he's going to actually have to sit this one out today. And he may not be able to make Saturday mornings because he may have clients. That's why me and him are going to talk about this after to figure out when we can get him back on and stay consistent again. But for a little while, he says he can't do the Saturday show, so it's all me. Yeah. Oh, trust me, he'll feel better. He probably just needed a bit more sleep. Going back to full-time work, guys. So if anyone's not from Ontario, we haven't had gyms in almost 15 months. We open up for a couple weeks, close, open up, close, open up, close. But now going back to full tilt with all your clients just flying through, it's a lot harder that way. Thanks for the stream. Cheesy Pie, anytime, baby. My goal is to help give insight to the fitness industry with educated coaches. A lot of people you read and a lot of people you see, make sure, should I get a gym membership? Cheesy Pie, it all depends. Give me a second. I got to rip some curls. Woo. Oh. Boop, boop. Nice tension, boys and girls. Whew. Cardio Zodmans? Yes, cheesy. Those are Zodmans. Alrighty, guys. So, should you get a gym membership? I always recommend yes. To be honest, if you want to lose weight first, major things I'd recommend, start walking. Pay attention to what you're eating. Be more mindful, like Nick was saying, whole foods. You don't need a gym until you feel comfortable moving. If you want to get a gym, by all means. Good Life Fitness. That's my gym. I work there all the time. Plus Showtime Fitness. Big shout out to Ian, the owner of Showtime Fitness. He is allowing us to film some of our content there. So we'll be doing a workout stream at Showtime in the future. We just got to wait to figure out when it works and when I'm not interrupting a lot of the private studio training. Alrighty. And Nico, cardio does burn calories, but it burns calories when you're doing it. We'll also have an energy expenditure show in the future. So we'll talk about ATP, ATP-CP, what types of cardio you should be doing. This is just going over teaching fundamentals, guys. We wanted to get Nick on to show you different coaches. So if anybody ever watches any of the talk shows or any of that, it's always about the athlete. Nobody gives a fuck about the coach. I'm kidding. But that's why I want to bring on coaches to end up giving people more insight, give them tips, give them advice, go over what we're doing, because we want to help every individual as much as we can. All right? Only burns at the moment. But Nico, even burning in the moment, you're still losing those calories. Even if it's 200 calories a day, it's 200 more than you've burned. Boom, baby. But lifting ends up burning more calories because you're also burning calories. Yes. So the more lean muscle tissue you have, the more calories you can eat, the more faster your body's efficiency is as well. But the one thing I'd recommend, guys, is TDEE. If you guys don't know, it's body weight, it's height, and it's how much body fat percentage you have already, and it'll actually break down the calculation. So TDEEcalculator.net. If you guys want to know an exact number, I always just add a 0. Keep it simple, guys. You guys are just coming into the fitness world. If you're already in the fitness industry, you probably have to talk to a coach, or you guys probably already know how to do it. Okay. Then we're going to figure out proteins, fats, carbohydrates. We'll go over all that after, depending on how everybody's been doing. Also, we do have a special guest this Tuesday. So if anybody is in the fitness world, his name is C. Fudge. His name is Chris Fudge. He will be coming on, I think, this week or next week. We're going to be getting him to talk about powerlifting, what type of lifts, everything like that. Don't worry, Nico. Send me a message. You can always ask that question. I can always give you a Discord call as well. But next week, guys, we do have Christopher Fudge coming on. So he is a OPA, Ontario Powerlifting Association ref. He is one of Good Life's head trainers. He just runs many courses. He's taught FST with me. He has powerlifting courses he teaches. He's a very well-rounded coach. It'll be great to have him on as well. So if you guys have questions, make sure you throw them in CWC on the Discord or be here. We're going to probably announce it on Monday or Sunday when he gets me back to be 100%. What question? Should I get a gym membership? Yeah, Cheesy, I said if you're trying to lose weight, depends on what you're doing now. If you're not doing anything, just try to walk, just try to get out, be consistent till you build up consistency. Because I don't want to see you come to a gym, spend all your money, say fuck, and you turn around and don't come back for a while. I remember, actually, this was probably 10 years ago. First couple weeks I worked at a gym, and I always saw a girl in her car. Never saw her come in, or was it? I can't remember. But the guy never came in, or girl never came in. I can't remember. And I asked, the girl was a member for almost a year, never came in. She didn't feel comfortable. She didn't have the education. She didn't know what she was doing. And she didn't want to ask anyone. That's why I'm doing this, guys. If anyone has questions, there's no dumb questions. There's no bad programs. There's a lot of opportunities to get better. And that's why I'm here. If you guys send me DMs, if you want to learn about powerlifting, bodybuilding, physique, nutrition, I will find a specialist or I will find someone that's good in that field. Because I stay within scope of practice. Everything I teach and everything I'm telling you is stuff that will end up helping you in the future. All right, guys. Any other questions before we get done for the day? The info is always here, guys, and it will be putting on YouTube in the next couple weeks. So if anybody has any more questions, you guys are always welcome to post it. You should get Phasmophobia. That is not a fitness question. I'm just kidding. Never played Phasmophobia, Nico. If you're down, I can always try to check it out. I'm not really a fan of the scary games. Dead by Daylight is probably the only game I enjoy. Should I poop before squatting? Just in case. If you had to say just in case, I think you already know the answer. Okay, Nico, or Plague, what is your fitness question? Love this. Always helpful. Much love, Kitten. I'm actually going to send you a message after. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to try to get you to post or make a little taggy tag in your Discord if you want. Love you. Why you so sexy? God owed me a favor. I'm just kidding. Thank you, though, Plague. I appreciate it. But yes, if anybody has any fitness questions, Coffee with the Coaches, it's in my Discord. Feel free to ask. The program is completely free. You don't have to pay anyone. We already talked about tempo. We've already brought over what RPE is and rest periods, okay? So that is completely free if you guys want to walk through a program. Yet again, guys, I'm really thankful Nick got the opportunity to come on. It was really nice to have another coach on here talking about what his specialty is, which is bodybuilding physique, and also talking about how to tailor the eating around the individual. Be mindful. Make sure they're whole foods. Don't stress. It's a slow procedure. Like last week, trust the process, guys. I got 10 weeks. Last week I said 9 or 8, sorry. I completely missed the 2 weeks going into October. So I have 10 weeks to get ready for my best friend's wedding. Kyle, if you're here, much love, Johnson. Alrighty. Can coach, I'm in a fitness whole pizza in my belly. It's fitness whole pizza in my mouth. Come on, Nico. Real though, I'm doing squats in the ideal position, standing. To be honest, Plague, it all depends on every individual. We all have different hips. We all have different leg lengths. It all depends what your preference is. Normally, me, I like a wider stance because I got a juicy badonkadonk. Yeah. But yeah, it all depends, Plague. If you want, send me a message off stream, and we can always go over that as well. Or if you want to play some DBD, I might try to play some today. I just got to go to the gym after this today, rip some deadlifts, and then I'm going to end up being off for the afternoon. My daughter's at my mom's, so I'm actually really sad. I miss my little monkey so goddamn much. But besides that, guys, we are free. So if anyone has questions, anyone has anything they'd like to talk about, feel free to shoot in. Even if it's something that's not fitness related, hopefully I can answer it. But if it is fitness related, I will try. Finally. What's a VTuber avatar? DBD. Are we all playing DBD? Is that actually what's going on? Is that what we're going to do? Alrighty, guys. Either or, I'm going to be gone for probably about an hour before I come back on. What do you think about knee braces for lifting? Are we talking about knee sleeves or are we talking about braces? Like braces if like you had knee pain or problem, or knee sleeves for heavy. I'm gonna save that question for Christopher Fudge. I don't use a lot of straps. I don't use a lot of I don't even use a belt anymore. I try to keep everything as strong as I can. But realistically, knee sleeves are great. If you want the actual science, Chris will be able to bring out most of that on Saturday or Tuesday, sorry. Saturday, he said he is busy with the family. So we will be rating out, guys. So if anybody is live right now, I want you guys to drop it in my channel, and we can end up... Oh, wrong one. If anybody is live, let me know. Online. What was I looking for? Let's check out these guys. I think the ligament strength is underrated. I think it is knees over toes. Yeah, you were telling me that guy. I was looking at that guy last week, man. Unreal. Like, I saw his actual squats and everything as well. Like, I've never seen legs that fundamentally flexible. Like, a guy just full squats, sits there, just shoots shit. I'm like, I am mind blown. Like, I don't even know what to say. Who is this? Is he on right now? Why isn't he on my iPad? Okay, why isn't it working? Is that him? No, you definitely spelled the name. Damn it, Kitten, you messed it up. What's Plague's questions? Does those copper fit sleeves work? What copper fit sleeves are you talking about? Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to find this lovely man right now. There he is. Oh, Kitten, that was my fault. I didn't put it under. Alright, you know what? Let's show love to my buddy right now. Pain relief for legs and arms. To be honest, that's a doctor question. If there's any sleeves in pain, I'd recommend seeing a physician either way. A coach should never tell you to wear sleeves or anything. If there's pain in a joint, we should not tell you anything because that joint is not muscular, so that's outside of a scope of practice for trainers. Alrighty. Tommy Cooper, the compression sleeves. Alrighty, guys, but on that note, we are going to be going to my buddy Initial D. He is also a pro natural bodybuilder, so he's a good buddy of mine and Kitten, so we're going to show him as much love as we can. Alrighty, guys, show him coach's love, and we will be up on a surprise stream next week. I will post it in my Discord, and I'll also post it on my Instagram, so hopefully I see you guys all next week, and thank you guys all for coming. Next week, we will be talking about powerlifting. When Chris comes on, and the next Saturday we're going to end up figuring out what we're going to get up in there. Give me a second. What is IG? Instagram. It's not a surprise if you tell us about it. I'm not telling you about my Saturday show. This is a surprise Thursday or Tuesday. I haven't told you that yet either. All right, guys. Much love, guys. What's the tag? Just check out, my Instagram. My personal one is Adam Costa 7, and my gaming one is thecoacheh. It's the same as my Twitch. All right, guys. Much love. I will see you guys Tuesday.